Hey you guys, it's November 11th and I'm going to do an update. It's going to be an interesting one because tonight we're getting really cold. Front's coming in really soon, in a couple hours, and it's going to get down to like 35 tonight, and then tomorrow night is going to be our first hard freeze of the season. So we're going to have just a ton of change from what there is right now, just over the next 48 hours. But apologize for not posting a lot of videos. I'm just keeping up with life stuff, but everybody's doing well. The ducks have a couple new additions. I don't know if I've documented that, but Chloe and Zoe are the two closest ducks to us right there, right behind Scarlet, and they absolutely just made everything even better. Made George nice and friendly now, and yeah, pretty much everybody gets along really well. Other new things, new projects. So right over here, you'll see I have some new edging. That's from a roof that was coming down in the neighborhood. So in this neighborhood, you can see on the houses, there's a lot of houses with tile roofs, and people are, because they kind of leak, I was able to snag a bunch, and so we'll see them in a few other places. But it's some good permanent edging, as long as don't run over it with the car. But yeah, let's get into the garden. We had a really nice fall flow, so the goldenrod is, you know, pretty much finished. The bees are all rocking. I put most of them to bed for the winter, so they're all set up. I had the barrier to try and keep the chickens out of this bed. Just pulled it down, didn't really care, never got a fall garden planted. So the chickens enjoyed. These are all volunteers, so this is like bok choy that was reseeding itself, and the chickens enjoyed it. So it was kind of interesting. Same with that big cluster right there, that's all daikon radish. And there's a kitty, I don't know if you see it. He's hanging out in there. That's just a stray cat. But yeah, let's get back this way and we'll see what we see. But yeah, we had a good strong flow. You know, the goldenrod was going, but just a lot of other stuff as well. This will be absolutely gone. Hamelia is very frost sensitive. And the Turk's cap as well, with the freeze, will be gone. So this sea of red, you know, that's full of nectar, like I was eating on some of these flowers just the other day, just full of nectar, is all gonna be gone real soon. It's tough to get an early freeze. We got one last year too, but you know, some years our first freeze comes in January. This is my first year for these navels. I think it's N33 navel. But that's kind of cool. So I'm not doing protecting of any citrus for this freeze. This is not like a freeze that I'm afraid of for a lot of these things, which is kind of nice, you know. Getting to do a little bit less. So I have to pause. I'm a little bit distracted because I know the ducks are out in the street now because I left the gate open. But yeah, there's other cool stuff. So this is a recent thing. This kumquat just like bent open from the weight of the fruit. Kind of interesting. It's starting to regrow some new stuff that'll probably get damaged, but a very different shape because of one main branch that kind of fell that way. So that was kind of interesting. But lots of good Changshu kumquats. That's a good one I can actually take to the market. This is the first year, so a lot of first year stuff for citrus. This is Brown Select, which is a good standard cultivar Satsuma, and you'll see a good cluster right down there. So it's pretty cool, you know. And this one's young too. I see some rootstock. Educational moment. Most of you guys probably know this, but you gotta keep your rootstock from growing. And I should come back with pruners. But trifoliate, right? 3 leaves. That's the rootstock, not the Satsuma that we want. It happens. The downsides of grafting. Okay, so the roses had a really strong fall. You know, they've been beautiful all this last month, so kind of see the end there. You know, some of the eggplant made it. So this Kishu seedless mandarin is almost finished getting harvested. So we've been eating on those for a while. It had a really heavy load. Good fruit set there. There's going to be some changes. You know, the giant milkweed's going to be going down. The fireman's cap is going down. There's some changes coming. Turk's cap or turmeric's going down. Banana's going to get damaged. This is so if you look up there, see there's already some damage. We actually already got frost like 2 weeks ago, maybe even October from some early thing. It really only got down to like 34, 35, but enough to frost some things. What else? I hear a bunny. But yeah, here's the garden in the fall. I did some trimming, skirted this up, and it's a shame. So it's blooming again. The smell over by the gate was real nice too, but the sweet almond verbena is it kind of is frost sensitive or freeze. It's definitely freeze sensitive. So hopefully the flowers make it and it's light enough that, because that'd be a great, you know, help for the bees. Over here, clearing things out. You see some big hacking back changes. That was really just giant ragweed that was right here. Here's more of my tiles to play with. I definitely need to harvest any of my bulbils. So this is just water yam, and this is not one I planted intentionally, but here's some real nice bulbils for sharing propagation. And there's a big tuber down somewhere. But it's a jungle, so I could harvest on that moringa. There's a lot of moringa leaves, but I also know that I can harvest like right after the freeze, so I can still dry them. They kind of get dried on the tree and everything. So either way, there'll be some good moringa to come in. Banana's already damaged, is going to get more damaged. Check out the height on that pineapple guava. It's pushing 10 feet now. That's kind of cool. But yeah, just calm before the storm. It's so still right now. It's kind of crazy, like zero wind and everything. Yeah, y'all just missed the roses. That was last month. But yeah, just a lot more citrus, you know, that haven't ever really produced well. You know, this is first year to have a ton of Ujikitsu and other random stuff. This is Mars sweet orange. There's a lot on it. Here's another with the tiles. So this blueberry is like an original planting blueberry. So it's been in here 5 years at least. And so I planted it in this raised bed with pine logs, like a log raised bed planter, and they all basically rotted out. So now it has permanent edging, and it's actually probably settled a solid foot from where it started. But this has been a pretty darn productive, good blueberry. Cultivar is Palmetto. Let's see. Hey, Miss Scarlet, you coming to say hey? Just like, you know, hanging out. Aww. Aww. Yeah. See, submission. So this is the first year on the sunburst. Sorry, this is sad. That is not cool. Rabbit right there, chewed off the whole branch. I definitely did not do that. But anyway, this is a sunburst mandarin, so I get to try a few of those. We'll see. And yeah, just hoping for a mild winter, hoping for good things. What you think? Say hi to everybody. Anyway, sorry, excuse that. But yeah, things are stable, you know. I'm finding focus on other things. Here's some cool okay, so I haven't planted cowpeas. These are, you know, summer peas, ever in this area. And I have planted them in the garden, but not this last year. I only planted them some the year before that. So these got spread by something, you know, and it's probably just one plant, but it did pretty well. It went up the moringa there. And still some blueberries doing well. But yeah, that's about it. Oh, well, the loofah, this is a cool one. So I probably showed you guys, but this tree's covered in loofah. They're up, hiding out up there. And that was from a planting right here. And loofah is a plant that really picks up momentum in the fall. You know, once we pass the equinox, the autumnal one, they just like ramp up. But all it took was planting 1 or 2 little 4-inch transplants, and it took a long time, kind of going slow. You know, it got a little damage at certain points, but it can go climb a tree. You know, there's a few over there that look ready to come down. They're already brown, and it's just a cool plant. Over on this side, there isn't a ton of change. I still haven't found homes for these colonies that definitely need them. And my multi-graft eggplant, actually this is a perfect eggplant, but it's mostly grown over it. So like here where you can kind of see there's eggplant there, the turkey berry, which is this guy, basically said, hey, I want to be tall and grow, and so it took over the top half, because the eggplant weighed them down too, so the branches with eggplant kind of got bent. But I didn't harvest well, and there's obviously quite a few, but that one also looks young and fresh and good. So we're about to get to see the new flock over here. Hey Bertha, come here. Come on, come be on camera. She's like, nope. But the new flock of birds is pretty awesome. She's about to get a little treat there. Yummy. Here's some seed to collect. I might grab that before the rain. But the perilla is ready to go. This is my new most beautiful bird ever, named Fern. That's a gold-laced cochin right there. Wish she would come close. She got the fattest feathered feet ever. But all the little birds are here right now. There's Pearl and some of the others. But let's see what we find. Hey, you guys. There's some really good smelling flowers and some bees. That's also, you know, these are temporary spots, but this colony's probably, it's a late removal, and they're packed in there, so even though they're just a medium 5 frame, I think they'll make winter pretty well. And then there's another new colony right over there. This grapefruit's been struggling a little bit, and I really don't know why. Well, I do, I mean sunlight, but yeah, I'm gonna do some major hacking after winter's over. It just kind of bent all its branches down too with a little bit of over heavy fruit set. So it's got some good roots though. And my lawn is back. You can see I got sod, so I got a nice lawn again. I let it go too much and lost it. Let it get shaded out by a big pecan tree. And there's a satsuma right there. There's a lot more. So you see the Kishu seedless? There's a good bit of fruit back there still. But I'm trying to stay on top of things. I'm doing what I can. Let me grab this guy. Good fruit. And of course the star fruit. They've been ready for a while. Well, here's more changshu. But I've been eating some of these and sharing some of these, and there's a big one that even fell on the ground. I was gonna grab it. Darn. Look at this guy. Looks like somebody, probably a chicken. But yeah, that's about it. Getting ready for winter. So the plan for the rest of the day is just to protect some things before the rain comes and it gets really cold really fast. I'm going to be moving some leaf bags around, moving some mulch, but mainly moving buckets of water towards the trunk, so the really tender stuff like the star fruit behind, and some other things, maybe papaya, something like that. So a lot of people are rushing to protect their plants. I'm doing a lot less this year, just kind of laissez-faire, letting it go, and kind of enjoying that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.